The DJI Osmo Action series has long held a prominent place in the action camera world, combining portability, durability, and performance into devices that appeal to vloggers, adventure seekers, and creators alike. As we edge closer to 2026, speculation around the DJI Osmo Action 7 is reaching a fever pitch. But unlike many rumor videos that chase every tiny leak, this breakdown is rooted in patterns, logic, and what we can reasonably expect based on DJI's established launch cadence and design philosophy. By examining past trends, the FCC environment, and the whispers surrounding specs and pricing, we can paint a realistic picture of what the next generation DJI Osmo Action 7 might look like. Starting with release patterns, DJI has historically leaned toward late-year launches for the Osmo Action line, giving them a chance to capitalize on the holiday buying season while keeping a consistent cycle for enthusiasts. The first Osmo Action arrived in mid-2019, establishing the baseline. Action 2 followed in October 2021, Action 3 in September 2022, and Action 4 in August 2023. The Action 5 Pro then launched in September 2024, maintaining the late summer to fall rhythm. The only slight deviation came with the Action 6, which appeared in November 2025. This delay suggests DJI is flexible enough to push the launch window closer to the holidays if market timing or product readiness demands it. From this historical pattern, the most realistic release window for the DJI Osmo Action 7 appears to fall between September and November 2026, with October looking like the sweet spot. Of course, DJI could repeat the slightly delayed November rollout we saw with the Action 6, especially if additional refinements or approvals are necessary. While no official announcements have been made, the pattern itself gives enthusiasts a reasonable framework for expectations, balancing anticipation with realistic timing. For US buyers, a natural question emerges: will the DJI Osmo Action 7 even be available in the domestic market? This concern stems from the FCC's December 2025 update, which placed DJI on a covered list primarily aimed at foreign-made drones and unmanned aerial systems due to national security concerns. At first glance, action cameras like the DJI Osmo Action 7 don't fall under those restrictions. Cameras, gimbals, and most consumer electronics aren't targeted by the ban. However, being on the FCC covered list does create a complicated regulatory climate. Even non-drone products from DJI could face added scrutiny or slower approval simply because of the manufacturer's association with the flagged list. Until regulators explicitly clarify how non-drone products will be treated, US buyers might encounter minor delays or additional checks. Importantly, this doesn't mean the DJI Osmo Action 7 will be banned outright. Instead, it suggests that DJI might need to navigate extra hurdles to maintain timely availability in the United States. Moving on to specifications, early rumors indicate that the DJI Osmo Action 7 is more of an evolutionary update than a complete reinvention. The camera is expected to continue using a 1.1-inch CMOS sensor, similar in size to the Action 6, but with improvements in readout speed and noise handling. These refinements would enhance low-light performance and HDR capabilities, addressing one of the long-standing pain points in action cameras. Additionally, the variable aperture system, likely ranging from f/2 to f/4, is expected to remain, giving creators more flexibility in controlling exposure and depth of field across a wide variety of shooting conditions. Image quality could see a substantial leap. Early chatter suggests the DJI Osmo Action 7 might reach approximately 15 stops of dynamic range, a noticeable improvement over its predecessor. This would allow better highlight and shadow retention, critical for action sports, travel filmmaking, and extreme lighting environments. For video enthusiasts, the camera is rumored to support 8K recording at up to 60 frames per second, alongside 4K slow-motion capture at 240 frames per second. The field of view is expected to remain wide-angle, ideal for immersive shots, but with enhanced distortion correction and smarter lens processing to maintain edge-to-edge clarity. One of the most interesting aspects of the DJI Osmo Action 7 is its potential positioning as a creator-centric tool. Instead of targeting incremental improvements, DJI appears focused on refining and perfecting the Action 6 platform, addressing feedback from users while introducing subtle but meaningful advancements. By maintaining sensor size and variable aperture while improving noise handling and readout speed, the camera is likely to feel familiar to existing Action 6 users but clearly superior in practical use. Features like improved HDR, faster readout, and better distortion correction could make a tangible difference for those shooting in unpredictable conditions or high-speed action scenarios. Pricing is another area worth examining. DJI has historically maintained fairly consistent price points for its action cameras. Standard bundles typically fall between $329 and $379, while accessory-heavy adventure combos tend to cost more. Based on historical trends, early estimates suggest the DJI Osmo Action 7 standard combo could land in the $349 to $429 range. Meanwhile, an adventure combo, which could include additional mounts, extra batteries, and specialized accessories, might sit between $479 and $549 depending on the package contents. This pricing trajectory indicates that DJI is cautiously raising the bar without straying too far from consumer expectations, balancing premium performance with accessibility for serious enthusiasts. Another layer to consider is DJI's broader ecosystem and market positioning. The company has historically synchronized launches across its camera, gimbal, and drone divisions to create synergy between hardware and software. With the Osmo Action 7, DJI could leverage advancements developed for other platforms, such as high-performance sensors, image processing pipelines, and stabilization algorithms, ensuring that the Action 7 benefits from lessons learned across its product range. This approach could help the camera maintain market relevance while keeping it competitive against rivals like GoPro, Insta360, and other emerging players in the action camera space. The DJI Osmo Action 7 is also expected to continue DJI's focus on stabilization and control innovations. The Action 6 introduced Flow State 2.0 stabilization, already one of the most advanced in its class. Rumors suggest that the Action 7 may refine the system further, possibly integrating smarter processing for high-frequency vibrations, global shutter-like effects, and improved handling for extreme sports and dynamic shooting conditions. This would help minimize motion artifacts, jello effects, and other distortions that can plague small action cameras in high-octane environments. Beyond stabilization, user interface and ergonomics are likely to see subtle tweaks as well. In conclusion, while official confirmation is still pending, the DJI Osmo Action 7 promises to refine and expand upon DJI's action camera legacy. It balances realism and rumor, providing a clear roadmap for what enthusiasts and professionals can reasonably expect. With late summer to fall launch patterns, US regulatory considerations, incremental but meaningful hardware and software enhancements, and competitive pricing, the DJI Osmo Action 7 is positioned to continue DJI's dominance in the action camera space. As certifications, leaks, and teasers emerge, more concrete details will become available, but for now, the picture is clear. DJI is carefully setting the stage for a flagship that builds on its heritage while preparing for the future of immersive, high-quality, and versatile action videography.